Hello my friends, I'm Duchess and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am creating a character design reference sheet for my character Sielle. Let's get started. Sielle is my original character and the main character of my webtoon that I created a few years ago when I was in high school, and I never really made an official character design reference sheet for her. I just made up her design one day and that was it. I have tried a few times to make a reference sheet for her, but halfway through it, I'd get tired and bored of it, or I just didn't like it, so I never made one. So today is the day that I decided to stop being lazy and just do it. I took this random height chart from online and readjusted it to my liking. I wanted to have like an accurate depiction of her height, so that's why I'm using a chart. I just removed some of the top and the side so that it fit nicely on my canvas, and I also kept the signature watermark sign at the bottom. I started by drawing all of the guidelines and figuring out what I wanted and where. Character sheets usually have the most used expressions on them, so I had to think a little bit about which expressions would be best to put on here. I changed my mind a few times while I was working on this. I wanted to do the full body drawings first because it would take the longest amount of time and was also probably going to be the least amount of fun because anatomy is hard. Since I make my own webtoon and draw the same characters over and over, I thought it would make a lot of sense if I had a reference chart for each of my characters. That way it would help me to draw my characters more consistently every time. That's probably the only reason why I care to do this. If I didn't have my own webtoon, I could not care less. But since I do, I think I'll try to make one for all of my main characters, so Hayden, Blake, and Magnolia. It's going to be a lot of work. Well, it's not actually a lot of work, but it's hard to get started, if you know what I mean. I already know what Sielle looks like by now, and her body type and everything, so this character sheet is pretty easy. I think I was never really confident when I drew Sielle, and whenever I did, I was just trying my best to draw her the way that I thought she looked. So she was recognizable because of her hair color, skin tone, and her eyes, but she didn't look the same when I drew her in my webtoon. So parts of her expression or certain parts of her features would change in every panel of my drawing of my webtoon because I didn't exactly know what features made her look like herself. Anyway, I was considering adding the side profile of her full body, but I decided against it because it would probably look bad and because I thought it'd make more sense to add her back profile, like front and back. I also added 2 drawings of her face and 2 different perspectives to help me out in the future. For her expressions, I chose the shy, bored, judging, thinking, angry, happy, and sad. They're pretty basic, but these are her most used expressions, which is why I'll be drawing them here. The line art for the full body drawings took me quite a while, but the expressions were much easier because I just needed one line art drawing and then I duplicated it several times to get all the drawings I needed. Drawing expressions are so fun lately. Whenever I read webtoons, I always pay close attention to expressions because you can really feel what the characters are feeling when the artist is able to portray the emotions well. Once I finished the line art, I moved on to the coloring, which was very easy and also pretty fast because I did color a little bit messily. I already have all of her colors picked out as well, so I just needed to color in everything. I also added some blush and highlights to make it look a little bit better. While I was working on this, it felt like an eternity, but guess how long it took me? Less than 2 hours. I'm also shocked, but also super happy that it wasn't as bad as I thought. I hope I will have the strength to do one of these for the other 3 characters, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, that is all I have for you guys this week. If you guys enjoyed this week's video or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week.